From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. A blast of heat in Ontario and parts of Quebec has shattered temperature records, and people are just trying to stay cool.
We've decided not to walk anywhere today. We're just going to sit and enjoy the view, drink and eat ice cream.
That's it.
And that's it.
It's actually been pretty good. The breeze has been wonderful. There have been a few spots where there hasn't been any wind and it's been very hot, but for the most part, it's been a nice day.
Environment Canada meteorologist Jeff Coulson says what's worse with this heat wave is the lack of relief.
We're getting very warm and very humid Humidex readings into the mid-40s in a number of locations with this particular heat event, but we're also not getting any relief overnight. So those overnight temperatures are only dropping down to maybe 24, 25, with Humidexes still in the 30s.
He says a relatively cool spring also means a lot of folks aren't yet used to this kind of summer-like heat. Environment Canada's seasonal forecast says Ontario's summer is expected to be hotter and more humid than normal. Canada and the European Union have officially signed a security and defense partnership at a joint summit in Brussels. Prime Minister Mark Carney says the world is a dangerous place and we can't look back.
We can nostalgically look back and long for the old order to somehow return, or we can build a new one with purpose and partnership. And as the most European of the non-European countries, Canada looks first to the European Union to build a better world.
Canada will still need to sign a second agreement with the European Commission before it can take part in the €150 billion Rearm Europe initiative. The U.S. says there were no casualties in today's Iranian missile attack on its military base in Qatar. Iran says its attack was retaliation for bombs dropped over the weekend by the U.S. on Iranian nuclear sites. Hudson's Bay has received approval to sell 3 of its leases to a BC mall owner. Ruby Liu has said she plans to use the 3 leases to open a new department store she'll name after herself. Her store's plans include dining, entertainment, and children's play spaces.
I wanna get drunk right now, now, now. I wanna get drunk right now, now, now.
And a Canadian country singer is drawing jeers for an online video where he carries an American flag and calls that country the best in the world. Josh Ross tells an Indiana crowd he's Canadian and he's relocated to the best country in the world. This spring at the Junos, Ross said he was proud of being Canadian, but he suggested it was on his fellow citizens to find common ground with the United States. Ross is currently booked to perform at this year's Canada Day celebrations in Ottawa. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Brian Adolsky's been hired as the head coach of the Professional Women's Hockey League's new team in Vancouver. He joins the expansion side after 3 seasons leading the women's hockey team at St. Cloud State University. In the NHL, the Calgary Flames have re-signed forward Justin Kirkland to a 1-year contract worth $900,000 US. Kirkland put up the first 8 points of his NHL career last season before a season-ending knee ligament tear in November. And Canada is preparing to face El Salvador at the CONCACAF Gold Cup in Houston, Texas tomorrow. Canada coach Jesse Marsh says his team has learned from the disappointing 1-1 draw with Curaçao.
Like on a different day, things can go a little bit differently, but we let ourselves down in the second half. We've talked about it. We're going to learn from it.
Canada looks to win its group so as to get a more benign draw in the quarterfinals. And Montreal's Gabriel Diallo has advanced to the second round of the Mallorca Championships, beating local favorite Jaume Munar of Spain. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.